Butnick residence, the lady of the house speaking.
Hello, Poopla. It's me, Margot.
Hi, Margot. What is it, darling? You sound so down.
It's that Deirdre. She can make me so angry sometimes.
Pray tell, what has that Deirdre done now?
Where do I begin? You know, she comes in, she eats my food, she drinks my alcohol, she turns up the stereo and prances around at this 80s music, and oh my gosh, she wears my clothes, and she can be so aggravating at times.
Oh, Margot, I think it is so selfish of Deirdre to act that way. Of course she should ask first before borrowing your clothes. I think, quite frankly, you'd be better off without her. Why don't you just forget about Deirdre, darling? You and I will go out this Friday night and have some fun. I know. Let's go to the karaoke bars. And then afterwards hit a few nightclubs. What do you think?
Yes, Poopla, let's do that. Deirdre is history.
Butnick residence, the lady of the house speaking.
Hi, Poopla, darling. It's me, Deirdre. Have you heard from Margot recently? She's not answering her phone. Is she okay?
Oh, hi, Deirdre. No, I haven't heard from Margot in simply ages, darling. What's up?
We had a little argument yesterday. Margot got into a huge temper tantrum, all because I borrowed her brand new miniskirt and I spilt a little wine down it. It was only an accident, but she went off her rocker.
Oh, Deirdre, that Margot has such an awful temper, hasn't she? I wonder how you put up with her. She is so high and mighty, is that one. And do you know, she's not even a natural redhead. She is all facelifts and fake nails, is that one.
And she gets totally hysterical about the tiniest of things. The other day I was just dancing to You're Simply the Best when she came in screaming something about the noise I was making. She's such a party pooper, darling.
Yes, Deirdre. Margot can really be such a misery guts. I tell you what, why don't you just forget about her? And you and I are going to get together on Saturday night and have some fun. Why don't we go to the disco, darling? And you know what? I don't mind one little bit if you borrow my things.
Oh yes, Poopla, I'm dying to go and have some fun. You're such a fabulous friend.
Butnick residence, the lady of the house speaking.
Hi, Poopla. Well, it's about our plans on Friday. I'm going to have to cancel them with you, darling. I know. Well, I've been summoned to meet my future mother-in-law, Delilah.
Oh dear, you poor thing, you. Not only will you have Delilah as a mother-in-law, you'll have to have that awful Deirdre as your sister-in-law, too. No wonder you feel down, darling. You do know that that Deirdre isn't even a natural blonde, don't you? That blonde hair of hers is so cheap-looking, don't you think? And you know, I heard that Deirdre even paints on that nasty mole on her face just to get people to think she has a beauty spot. No, honestly, darling, it's obvious that she's a drunk. That mole travels around more places than the circus does.
Well, how about we meet on Saturday? We could go to the disco. That would be fabulous, darling.
Oh, no, Margot, no, I'm sorry. No, I simply couldn't do that, darling.
Now we are best friends. We have to go. We'll have a marvelous time. Come on, Poopla. Let's go and have fun.
Margot, listen, I really can't. I have to go now. I suddenly have the most awful headache coming on. It's all of your whining and whimpering about Deirdre. It's just worn me out.
What do you mean, whining? I'll go to the disco by myself, you know, with friends like you who need enemies. Deirdre, I'm sorry about our argument, darling. Let's you and I go to the disco, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry too, Margot. Let's go to the disco. But you do know that Poopla will be there, don't you? I'd already arranged to go with her, you see.
Oh, that woman is going? I can't stand her. She's been making up lies about you, darling, saying that you're not a real blonde and that you paint on your beauty spot.
How dare she say those things about me? She said some awful things about you too, darling. She said you're all facelifts and false nails. I think Saturday night at the disco with Poopla could turn out to be very interesting. Don't you, darling?
Well, I think it's better said this way. You're simply the best!
This has been a Two Peas in a Pod production. Darling.